Welcome to SaveMake.com. Action, start. So today we are with Kassidy and Parker.
Hey everyone.
And recently I was on social media and I saw that Kassidy was reading about topics that are the core portion of SaveMake.com. So she was reading about leadership, saving money, making money. So I started to chit-chat through social media, through the messenger system, and she told me, oh, I wish they would teach us those concepts at school. So Kassidy, I have a question for you. What are these concepts that you are alluding to?
Yeah, so I think there's three topics that I wish I was taught when I was in school. And that's avoiding debt, how to avoid that, whether it be credit cards or planning for your future, setting up sinking funds. The other concept would be investing early and automatically. As soon as that money hits your bank account, make sure it gets sent off into your investments and saving accounts. And then creating a monthly budget, really identifying where your money is going each month. And also to live below your means.
Okay. So, by the way, I did not ask Kassidy to repeat that. I think that's where we connected well. It's because she's living exactly what we are promoting on each of the videos. So I have a second question for you. What in your mind makes you or made you so receptive? Because I remember having an early discussion with you. So you said at school they did not teach us that, but also in your family it was not mainstream.
That's correct. So my parents weren't very vocal on how they manage their money, and nor did I get taught these principles in school. So I had a mentor when I was 17 in college, and he turned me on to Rich Dad Poor Dad, the book, and the Dave Ramsey podcast, and kind of just learned those principles about life, insurance, financial planning, and I just kind of dove into those principles. It was all new to me, and I haven't looked back.
Okay, so perhaps to compare, with gardening or perhaps even farming, so you are a very good soil and you just needed that little seed and then you started to bloom on the topic.
Yes, I'm very process oriented. I make a lot of lists in my life as well. So as soon as I had a plan, I was off to the runnings.
Okay, you heard, we always speak about tools. Having a list is a very good tool. So, remind me, I was invited at your wedding and I'm not sure that how long was it? How long ago?
Almost 2 years ago.
2 years ago, okay. So, you guys as a young couple in life, what are things that you can share for couples on this topic of saving or making money?
Yeah, so before we got married, we had marriage counseling, and we talked to a few of the couples and mentors in our life and kind of asked them questions, got advice, and made sure we were aligned on how we were going to go throughout life, whether it's what we do with our money or how to plan for our future. So we were really aligned in those values and made sure we were going to have a successful and fun life ahead of us.
So speaking about alignment, and Parker, if you can almost come in front of the camera as well. So during the wedding, there was this shoe game. So can you tell us what the game entails? And
yep. So the couple will sit back to back and take their shoes off, and then they'll each hold one of each shoe, and then they'll be asked a series of questions. And they'll raise the shoe of the corresponding person that they think matches that. So for example, who's the biggest spender? And then the couple would raise up who they think it is, not knowing what the other person answered.
Yeah, because you were back to back, so you would not see what... But the audience... the audience of the wedding was seeing the shoes that you would leave.
See if you're in alignment or if there's some disagreement. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And what you say, so the audience, they laugh when you make a mistake.
Yep.
So I found the game very interesting because you did not make almost any mistake, which means that you are very aligned. So, of course, for the audience, it was not that funny. It's like going to a NASCAR, you know, everybody wishes that a car get destroyed or somebody even perhaps killed. But you did a perfect race, you know, to compare with NASCAR. So, I have a question for you. You are aligned, but some of our viewers perhaps are not that aligned. What is your word of wisdom to them?
Yeah, I would just say be open about concepts regarding financial planning and how to plan for your future. Introduce concepts slowly into your relationship and see if they're receptive to it. I think that's the key. Just kind of be open-minded and see if you're willing to change for your partner.
So you one or the other can change. It's not necessarily meeting in the middle, but you can be also open-minded that the other is not exactly as you are, which, you know, if you think about that as a long-time life partner, I think it's important that the other is not a copy of yourself, because
Correct.
it's not going to bring a lot to the spouse or the family.
Right, agreed.
So I have an example. I have a couple, and I think I'm going to interview them, or at least him, in a few weeks, and he's a big spender and she is not. So they came to an agreement that he has a yearly budget, and this is it. So he can do whatever he wants within his budget. So we are almost at the conclusion. For the audience, you know, we have always that say, do one thing well. Mm-hmm. So what would be that one thing that you want the audience to take on after watching this video?
I would say make sure your partner and yourself are aligned in working towards that alignment, if not already. Have a monthly budget and understand where your money is going, because your money is going to set you up for your future. Okay.
Well, Kassidy and Parker, I thank you very much, and I think it's very valuable for the audience to have not just listen to me, but to have real people who are really living those tactics and vision that we are trying to share. So thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Parker, thank you very much.